Hello, dear students. So, students, today this is the second lecture on this electrochemistry chapter. So, here today we are going to see the working of a electrochemical cell, okay, or galvanic cell. So, already in the first video, you can just see it, okay. The first video on electrochemistry I made, there I have explained you what is an electrochemical cell or galvanic cell, okay. So and also I have explained you about the electrode potential, right, all that. So today we will just see the working principle, how a galvanic cell or an electrochemical cell it works, okay. So for that, what we will do, we will take two beakers, okay. Two beakers are taken. So in one beaker, 1 molar solution of zinc sulfate solution is taken, okay. In the one beaker, your 1 molar zinc sulfate is taken, aqueous solution, okay. And in the second beaker, the 1 molar copper sulfate aqueous solution is taken. So here in the zinc sulfate solution, in the first beaker, we have inserted a this one, we have inserted a zinc rod, okay, zinc metal rod. So already I have said you that for working of a cell, okay, whatever electrolyte we are taking, so here the electrolyte is the zinc sulfate solution, the electrode or the metal should be of the same ions, okay. So that's why the metal is zinc metal taken. So here you can see this is the rod of zinc metal, okay, and this we called it as electrode. So I have written zinc electrode. Zinc sulfate solution here is known as the electrolyte. Now, and this is the second beaker. So here in the second beaker, we have taken 1 molar aqueous solution of copper sulfate, okay, and the rod we have taken is of copper. So this is the copper electrode, okay, copper electrode, and this is the copper sulfate is our electrolyte, okay. So that means first of all we will take two glass beakers. There we have taken in one beaker the zinc rod or the zinc electrode dipped in 1 molar concentration of zinc sulfate solution. In the second beaker we have taken the copper electrode and it is dipped in 1 molar aqueous solution of copper sulfate. So this part is clear, I think, okay. See these things, no, these working of these electrochemical cells, so it is very easy, okay. Once you understand how it is like how it is composed, okay, it will be very easy for you. So then what we will do, once we take these two components and the electrode, once we take, what we will do, we will take a copper wire and we will connect these two electrodes with the help of these copper wires, okay. And we will fix a voltmeter here so that the deflection will be seen. Already I've said you these cells, there what is generated, electro potential is generated, okay. So this potential difference is measured in terms of voltage, volt, right. So that for that we need this voltmeter, okay. So here we will fix one voltmeter and this is the switch. So this is all about the electrolyte and the electrode. Now, so this is over. So electrodes are connected. One more thing, see, electrodes are connected by these copper wire, right. Electrodes means the metal rods. So the zinc rod and the copper rod is connected by these copper wire, right. Now what about the electrolyte? इलेक्ट्रोड को तो कनेक्ट कर दिया, राइट, हम लोगों ने with the help of the wires, right. But what about these electrolyte which is there in the beaker? इसको भी connect होना चाहिए, right, because these are in two separate beakers, they are not connected with each other. for the reaction to take place they must also be connected, like ये rod जैसे connected हो गया with the help of wires. ये इलेक्ट्रोलाइट जो बीकर के अंदर है, जिंक सल्फेट एंड कॉपर सल्फेट, ये तो कनेक्ट नहीं हुआ किसी भी वे में, राइट. टू कनेक्ट दैट, for the connection of the electrolytes, what we will take the salt bridge. So the salt bridge is for the purpose of connecting the two electrolytes in the two different beakers. Okay, now the salt bridge, what is the salt bridge? It is nothing but it is a U shaped inverted U, not the uh, yes, it is the inverted U. You can see inverted U type tube. This U tube, the salt bridge, is an inverted U type tube, and there what is present? A salt is present, generally KCl or KNO3, potassium nitrate or potassium chloride is taken in, and what is added to it? Agar agar solution. So agar agar solution is a type of gel. Okay, so this agar agar is added in these salt, either potassium chloride or potassium nitrate. Okay, depends upon the availability. So we take these agar agar solution in, we make the agar agar paste in these salt. So a paste type, mass type substance is formed, and we add these agar agar solution made in KCl or KNO3 in this U type tube, and we plug it with the help of cotton. Okay, so ये इसका जो ओपनिंग है इसको कॉटन से बंद कर दिया जाता है, ताकि जो अंदर में सोल्यूशन है ये इलेक्ट्रोलाइट में मिल ना जाए, ठीक है, so that it does not leak. Okay, it does not leak, and it is a paste type substance, it is a jelly type substance. Okay, so now what will move? The solution will not move, only the ions will move. Okay, only the ions, like if you are taking potassium chloride, so the potassium ion and the chloride ion have, or the zinc ion can move. Only the zinc, only the ions can move through the salt bridge. Okay, not the whole solution. Okay, these electrolytes cannot go, but the ions can move through this salt bridge. So this is all about salt bridge. So in a few seconds we will see the functions of salt bridge. Now, so this is over, electrodes are connected, electrolyte is connected. Okay, so everything I have explained you, whatever is written here. Now, yes, so you know that these type of electrochemical cells, which type of reactions takes place? Already I have said you that in a electrochemical cell a spontaneous chemical reaction takes place, and this spontaneous chemical reaction, when it takes place, whatever is the like decrease in the free energy is utilized as the work done, and that we get as a voltage. That means the chemical reaction gets converted into the electrical energy, the electrical energy, right? So these type of things, when it takes place, so what type of reactions are these? These are the redox reactions. Okay, already I've said you that in these types of cells, generally the redox reactions takes place where simultaneous oxidation and reduction takes place. So when there will be oxidation and reduction, there will also be the anode and the cathode will be there, right? So we know that in these kind of cells, electrochemical cells, wherever the oxidation takes place, we call it as anode, and wherever the reduction will take place, it is known as the cathode. So the positive charge will be the cathode, the positive end of the electrode will be known as the cathode, and the negative end of the electrode will be known as the anode. So you can remember like this. Yes, so you have to memorize this. Okay, I mean the positive charge will always be the cathode, the positive end of the electrode will always the cathode side, and the negative end will be always the anode side. I'll tell you why it is positive and why it is negative, but as of now you should remember that the negative end where oxidation will take place is the anode, and the positive end where the reduction takes place is the cathode. Now Yes, and each beaker where you have taken the electrode and the electrolyte of the same substance is known as a half cell. This is also important, half cell. So this is one half cell, this is the another half cell. So the substance or the beaker wherever you have dipped the electrode in the electrolyte, okay, that particular beaker is known as a half cell, and this is the another half cell, and the two half cells are connected to each other through these wires. Okay, so this is one half cell, this is another half cell. So wherever oxidation will takes place, it is known as the oxidation half cell, and wherever reduction will takes place, it is known as the reduction half cell. Okay, now we will see the where the oxidation will take place and where the reduction. Now you see what happens in this type of cell. The zinc metal, okay, this zinc metal, it will start getting oxidized. Okay, the zinc metal, okay, this rod, this electrode which is composed of zinc, it will start oxidizing. Okay, it will start oxidizing and it will change slowly to zinc 2 positive ions. So these electrode which is made up of zinc, slowly क्या होगा, ये जो zinc है वो मेटल से किस में चेंज होना स्टार्ट होगा, आयंस में चेंज होना स्टार्ट होगा, मतलब जिंक से जिंक 2 पॉजिटिव बनना शुरू हो जाएगा. When zinc changes to zinc 2 positive, you know that there is a removal of electrons, right? Because it is removing the 2 electron, it is changing to zinc 2 positive ion, right? These electrons, whatever is released by the zinc metal, it gets deposited on this electrode surface. Okay, whatever electron is released by the zinc metal, जब zinc metal zinc ion में change होता है, oxidize होता है, तब क्या होता है कि zinc loses its electron, right? और वो जो electron lose करता है वो कहाँ पे जाके इकट्ठा होगा, वो zinc metal के ऊपर जा कर के इकट्ठा होगा. ठीक है, so this zinc metal is here, what will happen, this like this electron will get accumulated. So the negative charge will develop on the zinc metal, right? And here what is there in the solution, everywhere positive, because zinc is changing to zinc 2 positive. So in the solution positive charges are accumulated, and on the electrode the negative charges are accumulated, and hence this electrode is known as the terminal will be called as the negative terminal, because electron deposited on this terminal, on this metal rod, and hence you can see here I have shown you a negative sign. Okay, so this electrode is the always you will see in batteries, also in your homes you can see one is the negative terminal. Normally the black ones are the negative terminal, the red ones are the positive terminal. So there will be a anode and there will be a cathode, then only the reaction takes place, the redox reaction. Okay, so wherever the oxidation, because you know zinc से zinc 2 positive हो रहा है, that means oxidation हो रहा है. In oxidation what happens, the metal loses the electron, and in reduction the metal gains the electron. See, basics are very important. What is oxidation, what is reduction, everything is taught to you. जहाँ पे इलेक्ट्रॉन का लूज होगा, इलेक्ट्रॉन जहाँ पे डोनेट होगा मेटल के थ्रू, सो दैट इज नोन एज द ऑक्सीडेशन. एंड ऑक्सीडेशन जहाँ पे होगा वहाँ पे क्या चार्ज हो जाएगा, नेगेटिव, और इसीलिए उस इलेक्ट्रोड को या उस हाफ सेल को हम लोग क्या बोलेंगे, नेगेटिव बोलेंगे. एंड दैट इज द ऑक्सीडेशन, the oxidation takes place there, and that is known as the anode in case of electrochemical cells. Okay, always the negative terminal is termed as the anode in case of the electrochemical cells. Okay, now so this is clear that zinc is changing to zinc 2 positive, and the electrons are getting accumulated on this electrode surface. Okay, and that's why the charge is negative. Now these electrons which are getting deposited on the electrode, zinc electrode, what will happen, these electrons will travel down through these copper wire, and it will go to these this one. Okay, it will go to this half cell. Okay, these electrons will travel down through these wires, and it will go to this half cell. Okay, what will happen, these electrons, when it will come to this half cell, these electrons will be taken up by the copper ions. You know here what is present, the copper ions are present, right? So these copper ions, copper 2 positive, will take up the electrons which are released by the zinc ion, zinc metal, and these copper ions will change to copper metal. Okay, these copper ions will take up these electrons given up by the zinc, and these copper ions, they will change to copper metal, and these copper metal will be deposited over the copper electrode. here you can see रेड से जो मैंने मार्क किया है, ये जो है कॉपर सॉलिड फॉर्म में डिपॉजिट हो जाएगा इलेक्ट्रोड के सामने. ओके, and here when zinc is changing to zinc 2 positive, मतलब कि zinc is losing its weight. so यहाँ पे जो इलेक्ट्रोड होगा वो हल्का सा क्या होगा, what to say, thin हो जाएगा, means it will, the mass is getting decreased. Okay, and here the mass is increasing, the copper electrode, because copper is getting accumulated over the copper electrode here. Okay, the red mark I have shown you. So this is what is happening, copper is undergoing reduction because it is taking up electron, right? Copper is undergoing reduction. So here I have shown you. So this copper is taking up electron and hence reduction is taking place, right? So this is the positive terminal of the cell. Why? Because this electrode is attracting these negative electrons. यहाँ पे negative electrons accumulated था, right? और ये नेगेटिव इलेक्ट्रॉन को ये इलेक्ट्रोड अट्रैक्ट कर रहा है, दैट मीन्स दिस इलेक्ट्रोड शुड बी पॉजिटिव, राइट? देन ओनली इट इज अट्रैक्टिंग द नेगेटिव इलेक्ट्रॉन्स given up by the zinc metal, and that's why this terminal is the positive terminal of this kind of cell, and it is known as the cathode. Okay, so remember, in case of electrochemical cell, wherever the oxidation takes place is the anode, which is the negative terminal, and wherever the reduction is taking place is the cathode, and it is the positive terminal of the cell. Okay, and so this is known as the oxidation half cell, and this is known as the reduction half cell. So you can see that the electrons are moving, right? Electrons are moving. Now just now I said you that the electrons are traveling. So when, as soon as we will, so what we are saying, that here negative charges are accumulated, here positive charges are accumulated. That means what? There is a potential difference between the two generated, right? एक पोटेंशियल डिफरेंस जनरेट हो रहा है, क्योंकि यहाँ पे नेगेटिव चार्जेस जनरेट एक्यूमुलेट हो रहा है, यहाँ पे positive charges are accumulating. That means there is a charge difference, and already I have said you, when there will be a charge difference, there will be a electrode potential generated, and these potential difference, because यहाँ पे भी एक electrode potential generate होगा, यहाँ पे भी एक electrode potential generate होगा. Already I have said you, explained you what is electrode potential. ठीक है, so इस half cell में भी एक इलेक्ट्रोड पोटेंशियल जनरेट होगा, इस हाफ सेल में भी इलेक्ट्रोड पोटेंशियल जनरेट होगा, and thus we are getting a difference in potential difference, right? We are getting a potential difference, we are getting a potential. These potential difference, how can we measure it? We can see the deflection in the voltmeter. As soon as you connect these copper wires through this switch, you switch on, what will happen? You will see the voltmeter is deflecting. Okay, so the deflection of the voltmeter shows the what? It shows the direction of the current. So if it shows in the left direction, that means the current is moving in the from the cathode to the anode, right? So here you can see the left direction of the voltmeter shows that the current is moving from the cathode terminal, okay, from the copper electrode to the zinc electrode. And we know that the direction of current is always opposite to the direction of the electron, right? So electron, as it is moving from zinc to copper, current will move from the copper to zinc. Okay, always they are in the opposite way. In this way, there is a conduction of electricity, there is a generation of electricity in case of electrochemical cell. And how? Because of this spontaneous chemical reaction, the redox reaction, which is taking place in between zinc and copper. So you can see how this chemical reaction between zinc and copper has what it has helped to generate what electricity. Current can flow, and this current you can utilize for your purposes, like you can do whatever, like you can put a bulb and you can like light it. Okay, everything this current generated can be used for your purposes, other like practical purposes. Okay, so in this way this the electrochemical cell or galvanic cell, it generates electricity. So I hope that whatever I have tried to explain is clear to you. Okay, and when you have and one more thing, that the electrode potential also you can measure through this voltmeter. So it is around, for the Daniell cell it is around 1.1 volt, the electrode potential. Okay, I already have said you that the electrode potential is measured, difference in electrode potential can be measured and through this what voltage. Okay, so the voltage acquired from this cell is 1.1 volt, and it is a huge one, right? Now whenever you have to write, you have to draw this figure. Okay, because you have understood, and you have to write this oxidation half cell and this reduction half cell very clearly, and you have to write some few lines also. Okay, and then you have to explain everything. One more thing is the representation of an electrochemical cell. So it is not it is not that once you explain everything, the representation also matters. How do you represent a cell? Okay, so for representation, what do we do, how it is done? There is a rule that in the left hand side you will write, and always in the left hand side you will write the anode, and the right hand side you will keep the cathode. So when you write the representation also, on the left hand side there will be the oxidation half cell, and in the reduction half cell will be on the right hand side, the representation. Okay, how do we represent any cell? See, in here I have given the this, here I have taken zinc sulfate and copper sulfate, but these may be any other electrolyte and electrode. Okay, so how you will represent them? Okay, it is very important to represent any cell. So here I am showing the representation of this very cell. Okay, so how I'll write, the rule says that first you have to write the metal. So what is the metal in our case? It is the zinc, right? We will write the metal in bracket, we will write S for metal, then we will give one bar, one line. Okay, this line represents the electron and electrolyte surface. Okay, this is the electrode, this is the electrolyte. The junction between these two is represented by this line. Okay, and this is the, here again you will write the electrolyte. What is the electrolyte here? It is the zinc 2 plus. Okay, we will write, like, we will not write zinc sulfate as a whole, we will just write the ion. So it is the zinc 2 plus, then in bracket you will write AQ, which is aqueous, and whatever is the concentration, like here it is 1 molar, so I have written 1 m, and I'll close it. Now I'll give 2 bars. So these 2 bars represent the salt bridge. It is very important, you have to give only the representation, will write same, only what will change in your case, your ions will change. जैसा सेल होगा उस हिसाब से आयंस चेंज होगा, बाकी जो अदर रिप्रेजेंटेशन में लेफ्ट में एनोड लिखना है, राइट में कैथोड लिखना है, सब सेम रहेगा. मेटल पहले होगा, बाद में इलेक्ट्रोलाइट होगा, सब सेम होगा. only the difference will come in your ions. After you write the salt bridge, means you give the 2 lines, you will write the right hand side में हमारे केस में क्या है, कॉपर सल्फेट. सो कॉपर सल्फेट का सबसे पहले सॉल्ट ब्रिज का बाद क्या आना पड़ेगा, इलेक्ट्रोलाइट लिखना पड़ेगा. कॉपर सल्फेट का केस में इलेक्ट्रो कौन सा आयन है, कॉपर 2 प्लस. सो यू विल राइट Cu2 प्लस, देन you will write AQ and then 1 molar, and again you will give 1 bar because now you are going to write the metal. What is the metal in case of this right hand side? It is the copper, so you will write Cu and then you will write in bracket S, that means solid metal. In this way it is very easy to represent it. So any cell is given, you have to represent it. The representation also is very important. Okay, yes. So now there were the functions of salt bridge. So 3 functions I'll discuss here. Okay, the 4th one is not very important. I mean that requires some discussion is required. So only the 3 functions I'll discuss here. So the first one is a salt bridge completes the inner cell circuit. You see, already I've told you that. See, the what is the functions, because functions of the salt bridge, it comes, okay, the question is very important, what are the functions of the salt bridge? So you have to do it. So first function is that the salt bridge, it completes the inner circuit. How? You see, the outer circuit is already connected by the wires, the copper wires, okay, but the inner circuit means these electrolytes. So these electrolytes, who 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 completes this, I mean, who joins this electrolyte? It is the salt bridge only, right? Because because once you do not connect everything, your reaction will not take place, right? So इलेक्ट्रोड को ज्वाइन करने का काम तो वायर से हो गया, लेकिन सॉल्ट ब्रिज जो है वो इलेक्ट्रोलाइट को ज्वाइन करने का काम करता है, जो कि बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. अगर इलेक्ट्रोलाइट को तुम लोगों ने ज्वाइन नहीं किया, so your cell will not work, okay? So the salt bridge, the first function is that it completes the inner cell circuit, okay? That means it joins it. Yes, it will help to join the what? It will help to connect these two electrolytes. You can see it is connecting these two electrolytes. So the first function of the salt bridge is that it connects the electrolytes together, and hence it completes the inner cell circuit. The second one is the salt bridge, it prevents the transference of electrolyte from one half cell to another half cell, okay? So because of the presence of this salt bridge, your electrolyte cannot pass away, right? Already I've said you that the salt bridge, it is a gel type substance, and only the ions can pass through this salt bridge, okay? Electrolyte cannot transfer, okay, from one half cell to another, right? And hence the your cell, it is not destroyed, okay, because of the presence of this gel, this salt bridge. Already I've said you, jelly type of substance is put in the salt bridge, okay? And because of the presence of that, the salt bridge only allows the passage of the ions through these and not the electrolytes, okay? And that's why it is very important for the functioning of this cell. So the second function of the salt bridge is that it prevents the transference of electrolyte from one half cell to the another half cell, okay? And the third function is that the salt bridge, it maintains the electrical neutrality of the electrolytes in the two half cell. You see students, electrical neutrality means what? It maintains the electrical neutrality of the electrolytes means what? You see, already I have told you that the zinc metal, it starts losing the electrons and the electrons will get deposit on the electrode surface, ठीक है? मैंने बोला कि जिंक जो मेटल जो है, जिंक 2+ में चेंज होना स्टार्ट होगा और इलेक्ट्रॉन यहाँ पे डिपॉजिट हो जाएगा, और जिंक और यहाँ पे पॉजिटिव चार्जेस डिपॉजिट हो जाएगा, ठीक है? अभी क्या होगा, जो यस, सो ये जो पॉजिटिव चार्ज यहाँ पे डिपॉजिट हो जाएगा, टाइम के साथ साथ क्या होगा, ये ज़्यादा होने लगेगा, और एक टाइम क्या होगा कि these positive charges, since it will be attracted by these negative charges on these electrode, ये नेगेटिव चार्जेस को मूव करने नहीं देगा, ठीक है? दिस पॉजिटिव चार्जेस जो एक्यूमुलेट हो जाएगा इलेक्ट्रोड का आसपास में, ये नेगेटिव चार्जेस को मूव करना अलाउ नहीं करेगा. सिमिलरली यहाँ पे जो मैंने बोला कि कॉपर जो है यहाँ पे डिपॉजिट हो जाएगा, सो कॉपर वंस अगर यहाँ पे डिपॉजिट हो गया, कॉपर 2 पॉजिटिव से कॉपर, तो बच क्या गया है, सल्फेट बच गया है सोल्यूशन में, बिकॉज कॉपर 2+ तो इलेक्ट्रॉन लेके कॉपर में चेंज हो जाएगा, सो बचेगा क्या, सल्फेट आयंस. ये सल्फेट आयंस यहाँ पे डिपॉजिट हो जाएगा इलेक्ट्रोड के सामने. ये जो इनकमिंग इलेक्ट्रॉन है, ठीक है, बिकॉज सल्फेट भी नेगेटिवली चार्ज है, इनकमिंग इलेक्ट्रॉन भी नेगेटिवली चार्ज है, सो ये दोनों एक दूसरे को रिपेल करेगा, ठीक है? एंड ये सल्फेट आयन इलेक्ट्रॉन को आने के लिए अलाउ नहीं करेगा. अगर ऐसा कुछ होता है तो इट विल बी अ ग्रेट प्रॉब्लम टू आवर दिस सेल, ओके, बिकॉज दिस सेल विल नॉट वर्क, बिकॉज इनकमिंग इलेक्ट्रॉन यहाँ से जब तक इलेक्ट्रॉन आएगा नहीं, इलेक्ट्रॉन यहाँ पे आएगा नहीं, योर सेल विल नॉट वर्क, बिकॉज इट इज़ डिपेंडिंग अपॉन द मूवमेंट ऑफ द इलेक्ट्रॉन, ठीक है? इस चीज़ को, ये प्रॉब्लम को सॉल्व करने के लिए जो तुम्हारा सॉल्ट ब्रिज में जो सॉल्ट लिया है हम लोगों ने, वो रेस्क्यू करता है. हाउ? The excess Zn2+ ions which are created on this half cell and the excess sulfate ion are created on this half cell is neutralized by this KCl. क्या होगा? KCl का जो क्लोराइड नेगेटिव है, Cl नेगेटिव will flow towards this cell and the K plus will flow towards this cell. ठीक है, और ये K पॉजिटिव सल्फेट को न्यूट्रलाइज करेगा और ये क्लोराइड नेगेटिव the chloride ion will neutralize this Zn2 positive. Once it will neutralize this excess Zn2 positive and the excess sulfate ion, the cell will become neutral and hence your problem will get solved. So this salt bridge has also one function, that it maintains the electrical neutrality of the electrolytes in the two half cells. Okay, once it is not there, your cell may stop working after some time, because कुछ देर तक इलेक्ट्रॉन फ्लो होगा, लेकिन जैसे ही Zn2 प्लस एक्सेस में जनरेट हो जाएगा लेफ्ट साइड में, इलेक्ट्रॉन का फ्लो को वो रेस्ट्रिक्ट करेगा, बिकॉज वो इलेक्ट्रॉन को अट्रैक्ट करेगा, यस और नो, बिकॉज इट इज पॉजिटिवली चार्ज एंड इलेक्ट्रॉन निकल नहीं पाएगा. वंस इलेक्ट्रॉन कैन नॉट गो टुवर्ड्स द राइट साइड, what will happen? Your circuit will stop working, right? And after some time the electricity will flow, but after some time the flow of electricity will stop. But we want the constant flow of electricity, and for that this KCl is very, very important. Okay, and that's why this salt bridge is very important. So the three main functions of the salt bridge, once I'll repeat again. First one is it completes the inner cell circuit, okay, because it connects the electrolytes. Second one is that it prevents the transference of electrolyte, okay, electrolyte from one half cell to the other, and only it allows the transference of the ions, not the only it allows the transference of the ions. And this third function is that it maintains the electrical neutrality of the electrolyte. Okay, so I have explained everything. So now these were the three functions of the salt bridge. So I hope these electrochemical cell in detail I have tried to explain you, right, and it is clear to you. Once you have any doubt, you can just write below and you can ask me. So thank you so much.